Alright, what's up everybody? Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for being patient with me. We're back. First stream in I don't even know how long, man. Appreciate you guys being here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I actually had the day off today, so I figured why not stream. I'm finally not like dying, so when it comes to like illnesses, so I'm still recovering, but I've been feeling a lot better, so we'll get straight into it. So if you haven't seen the last video I posted of the family inverted coaster that I built for update 8 and the Toy Box DLC, I built this with the early access that Frontier gave me, and I built it basically while I was sick, so and I think it turned out pretty good for the most part. Also available in the workshop if you guys want to check it out. So, called Free Flyer. Just a very small Vekoma family invert. Which turned out pretty cool, so. If you do download it, you do have to do a little bit of terrain editing. So. But this coaster model can be used for a thrill coaster or a family coaster. We used it for a family coaster this time around, so. Which is pretty fun. So, something that's also pretty fun is that we have more options for weather, and we can make it snow now. So why not make it snow? So everyone likes snow. Something that's been heavily requested in the game is thunderstorms and snow, so now that we have that in the game, it's pretty cool, so. Could finally ride Time Traveler. Sweet. Yeah, really cool to be able to see it snowing now in your parks, and if you're doing like a management simulation, like actual management stuff, you know, these things actually do kind of affect your park guests and such, so. Which is pretty neat. Well, I figured out we'd kind of showcase a little bit of this coaster in case you guys haven't watched the video. Also did some cinematic shots with the snow as well. Which is pretty fun, pretty cool. But yeah, this is available on the Frontier Workshop if you guys want to check it out. Share code is on the video, or you can probably look me up on there, so. Major open joint surgeries. Ew, I hope those go well for you. Sorry to hear that. I hope they are successful. And that you recover quickly from those. Is that no fun? One thing I do wish is that the snow would actually stick to like the coaster tracks and such. Because it sticks to everything else, you know, like on the top of the buildings and roofs and such. But they don't stick to the coaster track. It's one thing I would prefer, personally. And then we also have thunderstorms. We want to make it stormy out. I have not played around a ton, and I have not seen like a ride get struck by lightning yet. I don't know if it actually has an animation of a lightning strike coming down. I actually have not looked at that yet. That'd be cool. I personally think the toy box pack is worth it. It's really, really cool. I think it's a really nice pack. I mean, yeah, could it be a little bit cheaper? Sure. I think it's $12.99. I think most people would prefer it to be no more than $10, but heated paths would be a cool thing. I know you can put heaters around your park. I haven't actually looked at those for when it does snow and it keeps your guests warm. There actually are heaters in game. I actually haven't looked at them yet. I don't think this is a safe operations here. Just saying. But I figured today maybe we can get into like some management simulation and actually play the game not creatively and actually play it with a little bit of management sim in mind. I think that'd be cool. Snow plows or snow shovelers. Yeah, it just kind of just disappears really quickly. That's all it does now. But yeah, that is the new weather updates. Let's see what the heaters. I think we do. Again, we have heaters now. There they are. This is the pool heater. So we have pool heaters. So if you have pools and it's snowing, you don't have the heaters, it'll actually freeze over on your pools. Then again, I don't know why you'd have pools open then. Oh yeah, I've completely forgot about fantasy. I wonder how I'm doing. I haven't even been watching any games today, honestly. I've just been chilling. I've been doing a decent and... Oh yeah, I'm kicking butt right now. I'm doing pretty good. And I'm helping you out by winning. I thought they said there was like heaters that you could put around your park. Maybe not. Also, animated pieces can now be scaled in-game. Something that I have not... I probably should actually go in and see what does and what doesn't... crash the game, because I actually uninstalled all of my mods right now. I think it's the CTRs from what I was seeing in the Discords, or actually probably should go in there and see if they got any updates in here. Sounds like they know why, so... Yeah, they got the updated CTRs. There we go. I see that. Nice, so... I think everything else is fine. I think it was just the CTRs that was causing the game to crash. Oh, Daniel Jones... Oh, that's not good. He was already battling through an injury. He was having such a good season. Oh, here's the heaters. I found it. They're like little lampposts. That's cool. They're rescalable too. Nice. So they're kind of like lampposts in a way. But they pull off heat. It's awesome. Here, you guys can get some umbrellas. I think they sell umbrellas in there. Yeah, they do. CTRs are custom tracked rides. So, like, there's been mods where people have been adding new coaster types to the game. Someone added an Intamin Hot Racer, like the single rail, which is pretty cool. Someone's also added a few others. A Gerstlauer. Yeah, there's a Gerstlauer coaster. MK1101. Vekoma MK1101. That one's in there. So yeah, they've actually been able to add those things to the game, which is awesome. But yeah, ever since this last update, the CTR stopped working and actually crashed the game. And it looks like they've got some new updated files to put them in. So actually what I'm going to do is we're going to be right back. And I'm actually going to put back in my a couple of my mods that should hopefully still work. So let's go to S-Drive, Frontier, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Planet Coaster 2, Win64, OVL data. Alright, and then we need to put our stuff back in. Gosh, where is it? Okay, so this one needs to go in. And for right now, I think I'm going to put in... Where's the too much scaling mod? That's the main mod I want to put in. Too much scaling, there it is. And then probably no track limits. Put those two in. Everything else, I don't think I need. The rest are, I would have to redo for the CTRs and such. Let's make sure that that doesn't kill the game. Let's see if it launches okay. Or if it crashes. If it crashes, I'm pretty sure those mods are still fine, though. I think it was this. I was looking in the Discord, and they think they were saying the CTRs are what was causing the crashes. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Yeah. There we go. And we got the message saying that it might not work, so or there could be issues because we're using mods. Alright, let's just make sure everything's working fine. And then we're going to get into some management stuff, because why not? I'm in the management mood, alright? Okay, so we got the too much scaling mod in, so that means we can scale very high and very low. To me, that's one of the better mods to have, is the too much scaling mod. And then the... Oops, I just need to click on that. And then the no limits mod, which allows us to do stuff on other coasters that we wouldn't normally be able to do. So I can do like switch tracks on extreme spinners and all that fun stuff. Yep. Okay, so those are all good. Only thing I hate about the too much scaling is it adds this little thing. I can never get it to work properly, but it's fine. Alright, I can live without the CTRs for right now. I might download some of those later. The updated ones, the remastered ones. But for now, I got the mods that I need, so... Planet Coaster is like the only game where I actually use mods that much. And honestly, I don't have a ton of mods, so... Not a big deal. But we have the Child Vector Return, which was also added, which is pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like everything's working fine. Head back to the main menu, and then we're going to do kind of like a management thing. I don't know if we want to do challenge mode, or if we should do just like a very customized version of Sandbox, because you can customize everything in Sandbox and still have to worry about management stuff, so... and it's a little bit more customizable, so I might do that. Or we could do career mode, which I actually have not done.
A moment of your time.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Double Trouble. Okay, so that's chapter 3. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, so what I think. We go sandbox, new park. Could do taiga, since it has mountains in the background. Could work for, like, weather. Confirm location, and then we can go in and do customize. And then we can really customize our sandbox. So we can do power supply on, just like turn everything on. I always turn that up to 12K. Guest moods, guest preferences, multiplier. We'll keep all those at 1. Everything's turned on. Alright, power's on. I always extend track limits. Staff pay, fare multiplier, everything's on. Everything's on. And then I turn on player cache, and then I get myself a little bit of a starting. I usually like to keep research tree off. I don't think I want to research stuff. I just want to have everything available to me at the beginning. That's the one thing I usually keep off. I'm not a big fan of, like, having to research rides and such. I like having everything available right away. So, turn loans on, obviously. Guess what's my dog before it jumped on a table? What? What are you trying to say? Alright, player cache. What should we start with? I think 100K is pretty reasonable. Because I still want to do detailed stuff. But this gives us a lot of wiggle room to do stuff, so. And we can actually build something. And then we have weather settings. We want to put everything lightning effects park, so this is all new. Snow, weather effects on guests. We want everything to be turned on for realism and the management side of things. So apply changes. I think we're good. 100,000 to start off with. And let's just make a new park, generic name. I don't know. Just call it like Epic Island. I don't know why that came to... I was thinking Epic Universe, and then I was like, let's just throw Island out there. Got a little ring to it, too. At least I would say. Now, this isn't, like, necessarily a new series or anything, so don't get any ideas. It's just me messing around playing the game, so... Alright, so we have 100K to start off with. Let's go ahead and make a nice park entrance. So I'm going to actually take these 3 guys. We're going to recycle them, and we are going to place our actual entrance for the park about right there, and we're going to have like a little entrance area to kind of get started. Let's go ahead and start off with some pathing here. And we're going to... see, cobblestone's recolorable, so that's kind of cool. Maybe like a reddish orange cobblestone. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, you got the Kapow Plummet. I'm pretty proud of how that turned out, actually. The Kapow Plummet build. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Do kind of something like that. We're gonna keep things really simple. This is our like little humble beginnings, you know? We could change the color there. And we're gonna go line builder. We're gonna have like a little path lead up to it, kind of, and then let's go ahead and do a different texture, like a brick path or something, with another different texture. Let's make this a slightly different color as well. All right, let's make sure we don't have... length snap on. Nice and smooth. I can put it right where I need to. And do we have merges off so it won't go over there. There we go. And then same thing here. That's very bright. We might have to tone that color down a little bit. Alright, and then you can see where we kind of got a little bit of a gap here that we just need to kind of, boom, lock together there. See if I can fix that spot. There we go. Just like that. There's another spot here. Oops. Let's not, just that one. There we go. That was a little bit too far there. Too far. That's fine. Fine, fine, fine. That way we have a nice little build up to that. And we might even put in a little bit of, not much, because I don't want to spend a ton of time on like a parking lot, but we're gonna, I want it to look nice, so we're gonna go into this, and then go here, and then create a little bit of car park. Just get a little outline of a parking lot here. So you can at least see well, that one is existing in this world. Because again, we don't want to spend too much money. I don't think, yeah, pathing actually does not cost us any money here. We haven't spent a dime yet, and look at all the stuff we've done. So, all right, we'll have this here. This will be like a little bit opening of a turnaround, and then this could be like a walkway. So we're gonna start off by going into our shapes, and we'll go in here and create like a little walkway here for our little mini parking lot. And we'll add some nice details here and there, but we're gonna create 2 of these, and then we'll make it a scenery group, just like that. Anyways, thank you guys again for being patient with me over the last probably like 2 months at this point. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I've just been literally dealing with sickness after sickness, and I just keep getting sick over and over, which is very unusual for me. I usually have a really good immune system, so maybe it's just age, I don't know. I'm just getting up there in age, and it's been affecting me. Who knows? All right, but I want to get this little car park done really quickly so we can move on. This is not going to be anything like super insane. We're just gonna, you know, just make some stuff here. Basically, we're going to make this look like a walkway. All right, we'll turn on snap distance so they are nice and even with each other. Or at least close to, I don't know. As long as they're close. Accidentally left. You can't do that. Don't leave. Alright, let's fix the color on this path over here. I think we're just gonna fade it out a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a lot better. That looks so much better. You can see a little start of our park here. I don't think we have any cars in here, do we? We have the little buggies. We still don't have cars in the game. I'm hoping at some point we do, though. In the meantime, I could use this car collection. The only thing is... Whew, 6100. We might go without cars. Just because I don't want to spend that much money. At least yet. Oh, I love update 8 is one of the best updates we've had in quite some time, actually, and I think the Toolbox DLC is fantastic. I think it's a very fitting pack for, you know, like, the festive vibes, and it works very well. You know, so I think it's great. I think it is a really good pack. What do you guys think? Is it something you guys would do? And I personally think this is a really good DLC. The update is really huge too, so for people that don't want to buy or pay extra, you know, you're still getting some good stuff too. You're getting the festive DLC, or not DLC, but the festive pack, or the festive theme, being carried over from Planet Coaster 1. So I love seeing those kind of themes making it over from the first game. And for free as well. To me, that's a huge win for the players, so. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to copy. Copy existing texture. Oh, what the heck did I do here? When did I recolor those? I don't remember that happening. Oh no, that doesn't fit. Alright, so that will be our road that leads into our parking lot. And we just need to make this make a little bit more sense. I have to be able to go into each parking space. See, I'm totally fine with paid content. I know a lot of people are just like, everything should be free, and I can understand their argument as well. But if it makes it a fantastic game and the game becomes really, really good, like, it doesn't bother me too much. You know, so. Alright, we don't want to put a curb in there. My first stream ever, it would have been probably Theme Park Studio. Most likely. I don't know. Oh no, I did stream back in the day Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So I don't know, you'd have to go back on the channel and look at the oldest live stream. That's what you'd have to do. But I'm just happy we've been getting a lot of free stuff alongside these DLCs as well. Huge, 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 if you ask me. Alright, we do have a shorter version of this too, if we need it. I'm gonna try and get by using the long one though, for the sake of trying to get this going. Live stream test, that would make sense. I don't recommend watching my old stuff because it's really bad, but I mean, if you want to. And then we're gonna have to make like a nice generic entrance once we get over there too. Thankfully this is a gradual enough turn that we can use the longer piece here with no issues. But this will help get our scenery rating up, and once we get the simulation going, I know this little setup kind of takes a minute, but maybe we can use some blueprints just to kind of get like a town square going, or like an entrance area going. We can use a few blueprints to save us some time. Stuff that will still look great, but, you know, I don't use stuff like that very often, but like if I'm doing like management stuff and I just want to focus on management more than anything, I like building my own custom stuff. But I also sometimes, if it's like just trying to throw some stuff together, you know, never be scared to use some of the blueprints available to you, you know, especially if you think it works well and fits well in your park. So I should probably put these in a scenery group. Should have done that from the get-go. But we haven't even used $1,000 yet, so that's good. I do want to have a good selection of rides and attractions in this park to get started at some point, so basically, this big open area is going to be like our bus drop-off, and we'll just keep the buses there. Again, I don't want to spend time, like, doing a fully detailed parking lot. We're not going to focus on that in this, so I'm also going to keep the day and night cycle and weather the way it is going to be, so I'm curious of how often it like snows and how often it rains and such, so we shall see. Mach Striker, I think, will definitely come at some point. It's very heavily requested, so I could definitely see them getting an RMC Raptor at some point. Oh, GCI with Titan Track would be cool too. I'd love to see some others come back, you know, the Aero Suspended Coaster. Like, bring that back to us. That's one of the coaster models I'm surprised that we hasn't returned yet to us. Have you guys seen Silver Dollar City's resort going up? It's moving right along. That resort's going up pretty quick. You can actually start seeing the shaping of it now. I just drove by it earlier today. And I always like to take a look at it as I go, you know, as I go by, so. Yeah, I just said, I don't know if you heard me, but I did mention RMC Raptor would be another one that most likely will be in there at some point too. At least I would definitely love to see it. Alright, so we want to try and get inside the park pretty quickly here. I know you guys want to see the main stuff, but I do want to try and make this look somewhat presentable. Sometimes just using bushes is a little bit lazy, but it's pretty quick to so you don't have to be perfect on the edges instead of doing like a ton of curbs here. Because I could do curbs and such, but we're just going to use some bushes actually to cover this up a little bit. And then we're going to add some foliage, scenery, and such. In between right here, we'll get that filled in. Some trees, foliage, maybe even some water. We could put some water in there, maybe. I don't know. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's keep moving. Put some trees on the side here, really liven it up here a bit. I wonder if like regular water will freeze over in the snow. I haven't tested that yet. Because I know the pools will freeze over, so I wonder if like just regular water will as well. Yeah, I just want to fill this in. Again, this is why I gave myself 100K, so we can really detail our park before we open it. And also have enough money to run the park as well, because it's going to be expensive. It's not going to be all, you know... We might not make profits right away, you know? So I'll make sure that we have plenty of money to go around for a bit here. So hopefully, again, we're not gonna be spending too much money here. Alright, these cover a lot of ground, so they're good to throw in there. And then let's add some park benches and some path essentials. And I really like just using like these guys. They're fantastic, so. Then we can get some lights in here. Some nice lampposts. Keep everything nice and lit up. I think it's a good idea to put them over the benches, so like guests sitting down will have light that's over the benches for them. At least I think that makes sense. And we need some bins as well. Here's the same style that we did there. And that just kind of really fills in our path to look really, really nice. Really nice. We'll also put the same trees on either side here as well. With a little bit of foliage and scenery around here also. Alright, it's better to find stuff that covers quite a bit of ground to throw in there. That way both sides of the path look populated with some stuff, so. Might even throw some extra trees on this side to fill in all of that as well. Oh yeah, these are the ones I was looking for. But appreciate you guys stopping by. If new to the channel, make sure if you do like Planet Coaster and such, consider subscribing if you end up liking what we do around here. So we do lots and lots of Planet Coaster 2. Or just theme parks in general, if you like theme parks a lot. Never a bad idea to see what we're all about. Mock rotating boat. Rocking boat. Oh, that would be really cool, yeah. That'd be a really cool addition, actually. Very, very neat. Would indeed. Okay, might as well take these all the way up to the entrance. And then we can build an entrance real quick and then get to the real stuff. So we've only used a few $1,000s, so we're still in pretty good shape in that regard, so say we fly all the way through there. I'm not coming into work. I'm off today. I miss you too, Silas, but bum ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum. Alright, let's use the plaster walls here. Plaster, plaster, plaster. Alright, we're gonna create a little entrance guy here. Very simple. Little humble beginnings for our entrance. He's in the ride perimeter. Where's he at? Where'd you guys put him? You put him on the lift catwalk? Why? I hope you did it legally. My defense put up 20 points. Let's go. Let's go. I'm winning it all. I'm winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't think y'all ready. I'm winning the Super Bowl. Yo, you told maintenance. Of course you did. Your kicker has the most points on your team. Yeah, that's kind of not great, I would say. Not the best situation. Hey, I worked hard to try and help you get in the playoffs, man. And you're failing me. What's up with that? More cough drops. It's true, we do technically get paid breaks. So it only takes out our 30. Which you don't see me complaining about that. A townhouse. I think there's like a wooden beam. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Just to add a little bit of extra detail going in here. Again, we're going very simple here. Very simple. Ooh. Split rent with me. But you can see we're slowly getting some nice detailing on our little entrance here. These are always nice. Alright. Might actually throw in a little ticket booth over here. I'm gonna check the workshop and see what we got. Gonna browse, we're gonna say ticket. Well, ticket booth, something like that. Something simple, not too small, but not too big. Look at this thing. That is quite something. See, this is a little bit too small. I want something a little bit bigger. This might be what we're looking at. Not really the style I want. I have it like style I kind of want to go for too. It's a cool little entrance. Like I said, we might be using some blueprints here and there. Which is okay. Ooh, this one might be it. Simple brick building. That one looks pretty nice. Very simple, nothing crazy. Yeah, not too big, not too small. Just the right amount. Now, there are no stalls in here. I do want to put in an information stall. Like a functional one. We can even use the simple one here. We're going to move that. Go. Need to go a little bit longer. There we go. About right there. Alright, for now we're only going to have one. And the main reason for that is we don't want to have too many expenses here. So we actually do need to go in, and you can see how we have no power, because we do have to worry about power since we are doing a actual full simulation here. We're going to connect our power cables. Remember, our entrances have power automatically to them. So what we can do is we can add a distributor on the back here, the back side of our building. We'll actually make a backstage area here too. And that will power up everything that needs to be powered up over here. And we can do like our staff building and such that can go over there also as well. Okay, and then we're going to adjust our curbs here. So those make sense. And we have our tickets. Perfect. Add some flowers here. We're at $93,000 right now. It's not too bad. Let's fill that spot in with some flowers to lighten it up. We'll also add some lighting fixtures here, some hanging lights, wall lights. So hopefully lighten it up a little bit here. I always like to keep these on loop, so the lights are just always on. I think it is just easier if the lights are always just turned on. And it kind of illuminates the path a little more. Anyways, so perfect. Ba-ba-da-dum. Blueprints. Let's see if we can do some staff rooms. That look good. Just the in-game ones. Let's check the Frontier Workshop again. I don't want to spend a ton of time on these, so. Let's see what comes up. Look at that entrance. That's a cool entrance. It's a cool entrance as well. Sorry, we need to find staff buildings. These aren't staff buildings. These are mostly like entrances and such. Restroom and staff room. I like this. This is cool. I'm going to subscribe to this. I feel like I'll use it. It's actually really nice. Pool services. Okay, I see. So like changing rooms and such. Let's go ahead and get that as well. See, that's why you go through the pages, because you might find some hidden gems. There's some cool like buildings. Nice looking buildings. Changing room, staff lounge. What else we got here? Bag check sign. Staff room small. We'll take that one too. Alright, sweet. We should have some stuff in here. So this one can be used, I think, just as a double there. But we're going to use the staff room here as kind of part of this backstage area. Because this will be a backstage area. And we're going to connect a staff path from here. Looks like are there 2 buildings in there? Might be 2 in there. Alright, so that's a little staff area. And I kind of want to find a nice little plaza area. So we're actually going to go back to the workshop. And I want to create like a nice, or I want to find a good little entrance plaza. See what comes up here. See if we can find anything. Ooh, look at the Epic Universe entrance. That's so cool. Maybe if I just put plaza. I don't know, I might take this modern park entrance and actually steal like this pathing here. And delete the rest. I don't want to delete the rest actually, I kind of want to keep it, but those are actually kind of cool. Wow, that's pretty big. Alright, let's just type plaza and see. Get rid of the word entrance. It might give us a little bit more variety of what I'm looking for here. Potentially. So let's go back to page 1. Let's do rating. I didn't think about that. Plaza Fountain. Or maybe we can also look, we could probably also look for like, that's really cool. Main Street might be another thing we could put in there. Like just a main street we could plop down. I know we got a main street buildings, but I would think it would be cool to have like an actual blueprint that has just a full main street with paths and everything included. That's a cool ice cream shop. The Saints won. Wow. Interesting developments. Alright, I think we might actually do something here. Do something different here. Alright, so this is actually a starter map. Man, look at these. Those are cool. People have done really cool stuff here. But I think we're going to take this. Where's it at? Modern. There it is. Okay. How much does this cost? $14,000. Jeezum. But we're probably going to delete quite a bit of stuff here, so. Because this is like an actual entrance. Yeah, we're going to delete a few things here and modify it quite a bit. I don't know, I might keep some of this stuff. Like, I might even keep this archway and such. This is just kind of like an could be like a little entrance area for the whole thing. Potentially. It's because you don't have the mod, that's why. Hide the red. Oh, the red is hidden already. Alright, all we need to do is center this up. Like that. Alright, we'll worry about all of that in a little bit, but we're gonna delete these park entrances because our real park entrance is right there. We're going to stamp build. We're going to copy this texture, fill these back in with just regular pieces. So isn't that cool? Delete that. And then we're just going to kind of connect these as best as we can. And we have a nice little entrance. You can see like a little welcome sign. Just a nice little hangout plaza. And then these can actually break off into other places. And this gives us some food stuff as well, like Chief Beef, Viva La Vegan. There's a So Delightful, maybe? Just a memento right there. So this gives us a lot of shops and such already. And some nice little backstage areas as well. There might be some staff building in here. Okay, we do have some generators in here. Also as well. So let's go back to our power. Under facilities. And do we have distributors here? I'm guessing. Are there no distributors here? Huh. Yeah, you gotta have distributors there to work. Because with no distributors, we don't get any, anything helping us there, so. There you go, that will help distribute power there. So everything now has power. Alright, so really cool blueprint. Check it out on the workshop if you guys like this blueprint as well. But that gives us a nice little entrance area. Now we can kind of branch off to what we want to do with like attractions and such. Which is fun. So I could use blueprints that I've built. We could use the new blueprint. That I literally just built if we wanted to. Could be a good idea. We can just edit this pathway accordingly. But that could give us a good starter coaster. Starting coaster, like a nice family coaster to get us started, and then we could add a thrill coaster potentially, and then maybe a couple of flat rides. So this is going to be $36,000. It's a good chunk of our cash, but I think it could definitely be worth it. And we have a couple of extra trees that don't need to be here. Some trees, yes, are supposed to be in here, but some of these were not supposed to be in here. Okay, I think that's most of them. Alright, and then we have to pull the terrain out as needed. Gotta do it here. This is the easy one. And then we gotta pull out our terrain here and just kind of form it around our rocks. Turn our strength up a little bit here. Speed things up. Bum, bum. There's our rocks. Just gonna kind of have to form them around there. Our rocks are kind of like our our guide to where we need to push this to. Okay, I think we might be good now. We do need power over here, though. Looks like our distributor does not reach. It just barely misses it, of course. So we're gonna have to add another distributor. Facilities, power. We got to have power. There we go. And that kind of spreads that out, and that will help Put stuff around here if we need more. Alright. Let's delete some paths here and kind of fix this up a bit. Okay. Stamp builder. Use the same textures here. See if we can get this to snap. Yeah, there we go. Not 7, maybe 8. 8 is the one. And then our job would be basically to fill in all the gaps and such. Which would be pretty cool. So like we'd have to fill all this in with some like flat rides, maybe put a flat ride somewhere. There's a lot of good options for flat rides, but we need to try and maybe have a thrill coaster available to us. And then the capacity on this ride's not going to be fantastic because it only can run one train. So. You can see these are not going to be very cheap, depending on what we go with here. 20K there. The Viking swinging ship's pretty cheap, actually. We wanted to do that one. There's supposed to be more blueprints now. That was also part of the update. It's supposed to be more blueprints now for flat rides and such in general. Could have the giant barn swing. But we could start out small, obviously, but I think we do need to have more than one ride, though, for sure. I could add, like, maybe one more ride here, but I'm not sure if that'd be the best idea here or not. I do have Firewind. 44,000. It's pretty expensive, and I can't afford it. Unfortunately. So I was thinking Firewind, but Blazing Tornado is, oh my gosh, 99k. Even worse. Hmm. I'm still trying to decide. Put like a Ferris wheel in here. Is that the move? Is this another one here? Trying to select the scenery. There we go. Try and keep uniform here. Hey, what's up, J-Trains? Let's go ahead and save this, actually. Just got home from vacation. Nice. Hope you had a good vacation. Oh gosh. Sorry guys, I can only build stuff like this for so long, so I think we'll continue that on. Again, it's not like an official series or anything, but like whenever I get time or fun, you know, streaming, we might hop in there. Nothing happened in the last 8 days? I don't think so. I mean, we got the update. That's the only thing, the update for Planet Coaster 2, Update 8, and the Toy Box DLC. But besides that, no. Bum, bum. Ooh. Mm. For some reason I kind of want to go back to this stuff and just look at it. This is back when the Sorcery DLC came out. I made this motorbike coaster. That was fun. Yeah, I remember I added the sound effects. Tarn block zones. Excuse me. Nice. I'm so proud of myself for that. I threw that together fairly quickly, too. I remember when I built this. It turned out so cool. Excuse me. Hey, what's up? Alright, should be fine with the mods that I do have, but I don't know if I showed you guys what I've got so far on Windland Adventure Resort. It's been a long time since I've opened this Quark file. I know the next episode was the start of the Viking section, which I'm still working on. I had not finished the episode yet. Nope, it crashed the game, so... Oops. Well... trying to think what mod I would need that. Let's see, no track limits. I have the scaling. Too much scaling. What other mod would I have used? Not sure. I'm really scared that like the file's not gonna work now because it's used previous mods. That's actually one of my fears, because I don't know why that would crash the game. The other mods that I have shouldn't be needed. That's kind of that's a little alarming, actually. That would not load. I need to probably figure that out. But I'm starting to feel a little blah right now, so I might head out for now. Chest is a little tight right now, and I should probably relax a little bit, not push myself too hard. But thank you guys for your patience for me returning. And I hope you guys have a great day and be cooler tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here mostly because kind of feeling blah. I probably need to eat something. I haven't ate yet today, so. But I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully won't be too long before the next stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.